Hey everybody, it's time to talk about the Calgary Flames, and I've been really disappointed by the Flames so far this season. Now I know it's still early, they've only played 10 games, and they certainly have plenty of time to put a good streak together and turn things around, but they're sitting at 5-5 right now, and this is a team that I thought was going to make a big jump from last year and really compete in the Pacific Division. They just haven't done it so far. They're losing a lot of games, and they lost again last night to St. Louis. Now, granted, St. Louis is a tough opponent and a very good team, but man, this team's got to win some games. 500 is not good enough for the Calgary Flames. They were a playoff team last year. They should be even better this year, and they're not playing like it. They really need to turn things around, and they certainly have time to do it. I just hope they can do it. Goaltending was an issue for them last year, and then Mike Smith, is he really that much of an upgrade over Brian Elliott? I would say at least a little bit, but he's not a premier NHL starter, but that doesn't mean the team still can't win a lot of games. Their defense should be fantastic. You look at their defense core, especially their top four, and that should be a really, really good defense. Mark Giordano, Dougie Hamilton, TJ Brody, and Travis Hamonic. That is a fantastic top four. They should be tough to score against, and they really haven't been so far. And up front, they've got some really good players, and these players need to start producing. Guys like Johnny Gaudreau, Sean Monahan, Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett has been pretty awful this year. He needs to get himself going. Michael Backlund, Michael Frolik. Some of these guys really need to pick it up a notch and start putting the puck in the net. I don't know what it is with this team so far, but they're just very inconsistent, and they're not winning games. And they need to. This is a team that I really thought had a chance to be not only a playoff team, but make it difficult, maybe even win a round or two, and really, they're not one of the premier teams in the West. They're probably not going to make the conference final. They're probably not going to the Stanley Cup, but they could easily win a round. They could certainly take a round to 7 games and really prove that they belong as one of the playoff level teams in the NHL. But they need to make the playoffs first, and they're not off to a good start. 5-5, 500 hockey does not make the playoffs in the NHL, and it won't be, and it never probably will, because of the extra point for overtime losses. So if you're losing in regulation, you're in trouble. If they were 5-3-2, I would be much less worried. But because they're losing in regulation, they're not picking up those extra loss points, and that's going to come back and bite them, because other teams are going to pick up those overtime loss points, and then that's going to be the difference between them having 40 wins but missing the playoffs by a point or two, and another team only having 38 wins, but because they have 10 overtime losses, they get in. So if I'm Calgary, I need to turn things around pretty quickly here. And if I do lose, I need to start taking the games to overtime, because those extra points are really, really important. Regulation losses do nothing for you. Wins do everything for you, and overtime losses still help a little bit. So that's pretty much it for Calgary. I've just been really disappointed so far. I expected a lot more from them, but we're only 10 games in. They have plenty of time to turn things around. Maybe you get to mid-season around January, February, and they go on a run where they're over 15 games, so 13-2 or something, and then there you go. They're in fantastic shape. So still plenty of time, but disappointing so far for the Flames. Like, comment, share, subscribe, spread the word. We want this channel to grow. Thank you guys very much for watching, and talk to you again soon.